What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. In today's video, we have another MLB The Show tips and tricks video for you, and this one's probably going to be a pretty short, straightforward video. Today, we're talking about how to get players' energy back up or to increase energy on players within MLB The Show, especially in franchise mode. And so I'm just going to hop straight into my Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here to give you guys a quick look at what you have to do to get your energy back up. So if I go to play this game and I inevitably get to my lineup screen, it's going to show that certain players are lower in energy than others. So pitchers, for example, here you can see that Reid Contreras is full stamina, but the pitcher that just pitched is all the way down. So Mitch Keller's bar is close to the bottom. Well, in order to get a starting pitcher's stamina to increase, you're going to have to play games with the other starting pitchers. Players are going to have a day off in order to increase their stamina, their fatigue level, whatever you want to call this, their energy level, as it's called on the screen. And the same thing happens with your positional players. So one of the things that happens with positional players is these players have to be given days off at some point. If you auto manage these things, it will give players days off naturally. Right now you can see I don't have anybody that's particularly tired, but let's say Mason Martin, for example, was a player that I really needed to get his energy up. Then what I could do is I could exchange that player for maybe Daniel Vogelbach or another player that's capable of playing first base. And what's going to happen is when this player is sitting out that day, they're going to regain that energy level. And that's absolutely crucial because whenever players are playing with low energy, they're going to be more likely to make mistakes and more likely to get injured. So you certainly want to pay attention to their energy level. But more important than anything, you want to know that you have to give players days off in order for them to regain their energy. So going back to starting pitchers, for example, you can see that depending on how many innings they went, how many pitches they threw, and how low their energy gets, pitchers' energy levels are going to recover pretty much within the rotation cycle. So within 4 to 5 days, players are going to have their full energy back. You can even see that JT Brubaker, who would have pitched 4 days ago, is still now all the way back up to full stamina. So pitchers will generate their stamina over that amount of time, but with positional players, 1 day off, maybe 2 days off is going to be all you need in order to get that energy back, especially if it's only about halfway or a quarter of the way gone like it is with these players. You're only going to need to give them a day off in order to get that energy back to 100. So I want to quickly run through this game to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So we were specifically taking a look, though, at Mason Martin. So let's go ahead and make sure that we take him out of the lineup and we'll put in Daniel Vogelbach. You guys can see that Mason Martin is at about 3/4 of his energy. We're going to go ahead and advance into this game, and what we're going to do is we're just going to simulate to the end. When we simulate to the end, we will then go into the next game and show you guys exactly what's going on with that player's energy so that you guys can get a good picture. So quick manage here real quick, and then we're going to simulate fast forward to the end of the game, and we just hit skip, and that'll go straight through all the way to the end of the game. All right, so we came out of that game, we won 11-4. We're gonna go ahead and sim through that game, and then I'm gonna hit play my next game, and we're gonna look at the same exact screen that we just looked at for these players. So you guys can now see that on the pitching staff, that Reynaldo Lopez and Adonis Medina got their stamina up. We can now see that Reid Contreras' stamina dipped down because he did play that game. And when we go to our actual lineup here, you can see some of these players' energy bars have gone down, which is a result of having played that game and playing multiple games in a row. And you guys can see that Mason Martin's energy bar is now all the way back up to 100%. So simply giving him 1 day off was enough to recover all of that energy. And that's the extent of today's video. I wanted to specifically address this and make sure that I had a video on the channel for it, and a very quick and easy video for you guys to access. So if you guys do like this type of content, you appreciate the information, leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. That is how you guys get your energy back up within MLB The Show. And there's really not much more to it. Just remember to give your players days off, and that includes days off within the calendar. So for example, we didn't have games on Tuesday the 4th or Friday the 7th. Those count as days off, which will regain stamina for your players, so you can factor that in whenever you're trying to do this process and manage your team. Like I said, leave all that feedback down below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good one.